Good morning, guys. Today is Monday and I'm going to try something a little bit different today. We're going to read a story and we're also going to do a science activity. So I'm going to go ahead and start with our story. On Friday we talked about it was the first day of spring and we talked about the weather that comes along with spring, and one of the things that we talked about was how it could be windy. And yesterday it was pretty windy, and I want to read a book to you about wind, and that's what it's actually called. It's called Wind, and it's written by Marion Dane Bauer. That is the author. That's the person that wrote the book, and it's illustrated by John Wallace. And remember, the illustrator is the person that draws the pictures. So let's look at it and see what it says. The earth we live on is a spinning ball. When the earth spins, the air around it moves too. When air moves, we call it wind. As the sun heats the air grows lighter and the light air rises. The cool air is heavy and it falls. Cool air and warm air are always trading places. We call this movement wind. Birds use wind to help them fly. And if you listen, you can kind of hear the birds outside of my house. Plants use wind to carry their seeds. And we're going to talk about that later on too when we plant a seed. We use wind to fly kites, to sail boats, and to turn windmills. Wind moves clouds, wind moves waves. It even makes trees bend. And we've seen that on the playground when it helps blow the leaves off the trees. When the hot air is very light and the cold air is very heavy, wind can blow up a storm. Sometimes wind spins like a puppy chasing its tail. A small spin makes a dust devil or a water spout. A strong spin makes a tornado or a hurricane. And where we live, we sometimes have to worry about hurricanes. Wind can be scary. Or it can sing a gentle song. Wind is all around us, but we cannot see it. We can only see what wind does. All right, so that's the end of our book, Wind, okay? And we're going to do a project in just a second where we'll talk about wind, and you're going to be able to make some wind at home and do the same project that I'm going to do with you in a second. So let's get started on our science experiment. I went through the house and I got some things from our classroom, and we are going to see how they move, or if we can move them, okay? And the way we are going to do it is we're going to pretend like we are the wind. So I'm going to show you how to do it. We're going to make some predictions, and then when we get finished with the video, you can go and see whether or not you can make them move, okay? So I have a poster up here that says, "Can I move it?" Okay. So let's get started on our science experiment. I went through the house and I got some things from our classroom, and we are going to see how they move, or if we can move them, okay? And the way we are going to do it is we're going to pretend like we are the wind. So I'm going to show you how to do it. We're going to make some predictions, and then when we get finished with the video, you can go and see whether or not you can make them move, okay? So I have a poster up here that says, "Can I move it?" can I move it? And it has the things we are going to do. We're going to move, see if we can move a piece of paper, a feather, a spoon, a cup, some pom-poms, a block, and a rock. Okay, so those are the things we're going to work on. Okay, now the first thing we're going to do is a piece of paper. So I have this paper here, and this is the kind of paper that you like for me to write words on, and it's sticky. So I'm going to try and blow on it and see if I can move it. So what do you think? Okay, answer me at home. Do you think I can move this if I blow on it, or do you think I can't? So yes or no. All right, here I go. I'm going to try. Could I move it? Watch again. Yes, I could move the paper. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a smiley face on this paper, and that is going to mean that we could move it. Okay, so I'm going to put it underneath the paper. So next I have a feather. Let me get a feather. What do you think about the feather? These are the feathers, you know, we have in our classroom. All right, so is the feather heavy or is it light? It's pretty light. So make a prediction. Will I be able to move it or not? Let me try. One more time. Did you see me moving it? So I could move the feather. So I'm going to put another smiley face on my paper and put that on my poster underneath the feather. All right, so the next thing I have is a spoon, okay? And this is a spoon like we use at school if we have to put it in the drop for the ladies to wash it, the cafeteria ladies to wash it. So it's not a plastic one, it's a real metal one, okay? So let me see, what do you think? Do you think I can move this? Might be a little bit harder, so let's see. Was I able to move it? Nope, I couldn't move it. So what I'll do is on my paper, I'm gonna put a frowny face because it didn't move. Okay, and let me put that on there. All right, my feather one came off, so let me see if I can get it to stick back up there. Okay, so now I'm gonna try a cup. All right, so these are the cups we had at school when we did hot chocolate. Remember how we had the Polar Express hot chocolate? So what's your prediction on this? Do you think this will move? Let's check and see. All right, so I'm gonna huff and I'm gonna puff. Look at that. I was able to move it, okay? So what am I gonna put on my poster? A smiley face. All right, so I'll put that under cup. Put my feather back up. It does not want to stay. All right, so my next picture is a pom-pom, okay? So you know all about pom-poms because you love using those in the art center. So I have a yellow one, and I'm gonna see if I can move it. I'm gonna put it on the paper so it doesn't fall between the cracks, okay? And what do you think? Make your prediction. Can I move the pom-pom with me blowing on it or not? Let's see. Whoa, look how far I was able to get it to go. All right, I'm gonna do it one more time. Almost all the way across the table, so I definitely could get the pom-pom to move. So I need another smiley face. Let's put it on our poster. All right, now, the next picture I have is a block. And y'all know the blocks we have, these are the ones like in our block center, and we all know how they can be kind of heavy. So do you think I can move this? Make a prediction. You never know. Let's try. Did it move? No. Ms. Kreiner couldn't get the block to move. So that is going to be a frowny face. All right. And last, I have a rock. All right, and y'all all love finding rocks on the playground. So I've got this pretty one right here. All right. And there's different sizes of rocks, of course. So I got this one. It's kind of maybe a medium size. And I'm going to see if I can blow this and make this move. What do you think? Yes or no? Make a prediction. All right, let's try and see. Was I able to get it to move? Nope. The rock would not move. So that would be another frowny face. All right. So I'm going to put that on my poster, and then I want us to look at our poster. All right, so let's count how many things we were able to move. Okay, so that will be the smiley faces. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we were able to move 4 things. Now let's count how many things we weren't able to move. 1, 2, 3. So we were able to move more things than we were able to not to. Okay, so if you look at all the things that we were able to move, what do you notice about them? Maybe that some of the things that we were able to move were kind of light. They weren't very heavy. And then the ones that we weren't able to move, like the block and the rock and the spoon, they're a little bit heavier. All right, they're made of wood. This one's made of metal, and we know rocks can be pretty heavy. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to try this at home. I want you to go find some things around your house, and I want you to see if you can move them by blowing on them, okay? And make some predictions before you do it, okay? And then talk to your mom and your dad or your siblings about it, okay? All right, thank you. Hey, so we're gonna do our new letter this week. Last week our letter was T, and T was a consonant, and it said T, T. So I asked you over the weekend to think about what letter comes after T. So, do you know? If you said U, you are correct. That is our letter this week. This is U. And U is our last vowel, okay? So that means it makes 2 sounds. It says and it says U. It says its name, okay? So, today I have umbrella. So, the poem that goes with it says, look at the raindrops, they fall from the sky, but umbrella keeps his letters dry. There under you'll find the letter U. He's proud of his letters and cares for them too. So I'm going to put U up here, and we're going to look at some things that begin with the letter U, okay? So let me grab my cards. All right, the first one I have is this, and so many of y'all love this. It's a unicorn, okay? So unicorn starts with a U, okay? It starts with a long U. It says unicorn. So let's put that one up. My next picture is this. What is she underneath? An umbrella. Umbrella begins with U. All right, my next one, it looks like a guitar, but it's actually called a ukulele, okay? And my last card is a picture of a little boy, and look at him. He looks a little sad. So the word for this picture is unhappy, because he's unhappy. Unhappy. All right, so let's look at our cards. We have the letter U. It says or it says U. And we have a unicorn, umbrella, ukulele, and unhappy. So we'll be talking about the letter U this week. Now, I did not send home the letter U handwriting cards, but tomorrow Miss Kreiner will get out the board and I'll show you how to write it, and you can practice it at home with the paper that I sent home. All right, guys, so I have a great book for you today called There Was an Old Lady Who Swallowed a Chick. And we've read a lot of these this year. We read The Old Lady That Swallowed a Fly, The Old Lady That Swallowed a Pumpkin, and I've got one that goes along with spring today. Now, the author is Lucille Calandro. That's the person that wrote the book, and it's illustrated by Jared Lee. Remember, he is the one that draws the pictures. So let's get into it. There was an old lady who swallowed a chick. I don't know why she swallowed that chick, but she didn't get sick. There was an old lady who swallowed some straw. The chick looked in awe as she swallowed the straw. She swallowed the straw to cover the chick. I don't know why she swallowed that chick, but she didn't get sick. There was an old lady who swallowed an egg. She didn't beg to swallow that egg. She swallowed the egg to jazz up the straw. She swallowed the straw to cover the chick. I don't know why she swallowed that chick, but she didn't get sick. There was an old lady who swallowed some candy. She knew that candy would come in handy. And this book has a lot of rhyming words like candy and handy. She swallowed the candy to sweeten the egg. She swallowed the egg to jazz up the straw. She swallowed the straw to cover the chick. I don't know why she swallowed that chick, but she didn't get sick. There was an old lady who swallowed a basket, a tisket, a tasket, a brightly colored basket. She swallowed the basket to carry the candy. She swallowed the candy to sweeten the egg. She swallowed the egg to jazz up the straw. She swallowed the straw to cover the chick. I don't know why she swallowed that chick, but she didn't get sick. There was an old lady who swallowed a bow. Oh, what a show when she swallowed that bow. She swallowed the bow to tie on the basket. She swallowed the basket to carry the candy. She swallowed the candy to sweeten the egg. She swallowed the egg to jazz up the straw. She swallowed the straw to cover the chick. I don't know why she swallowed that chick, but she didn't get sick. Look at that chick all tangled in the straw. There was an old lady who started to hop. She jumped up and down and just wouldn't stop. What's she pretending like she is? Maybe a bunny? Or a frog? As she skipped down the trail on a day that was sunny, guess who she met? Well, the Easter Bunny. Happy spring. All right, pre-K friends, I hope you have a great Monday and that you had a good weekend with your family. And just remember that Miss Kreiner and Miss Winslow love you so much, and I will see you tomorrow.